Hey everyone, we are here at Gamescom 2015 and Danny has just played Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Is it the Ultimate Edition of Gears of War, Danny?
Gears of More!
Stop that.
Gears of Tamor.
Get this mic off of me, I want out.
Do you remember Gears of War?
I remember it vaguely,
game
Large Men.
It came out, what is it, 2007, 2008?
Something like that.
From what I played a co-op, two co-op missions,
right.
One at nighttime, one at daytime. From what I played, it is a pretty good remake of Gears of War that I will be picking up.
Oh,
so
really?
let's talk about technical stuff, right? It's all 60 frames per second, it's all 1080, including multiplayer, which I think is actually the first time 60 frames per second has been in a Gears of War game.
Oh, right. Is that 60 frames per second in multiplayer?
Multiplayer as well as single player.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. They've got LAN support, which is like a nice touch.
Because apparently people still do that?
Apparently people still play Gears of War 1 online.
Apparently.
I don't know. It's the type, they have like this laundry list of features and stuff that is adding to, like they tweak the cover mechanics, because Gears of 1, if you go back and play, it's a little bit funky now.
Yeah, they've got the like omnidirectional rolls and the kind of slide to cover and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so it's a bit more familiar than 2, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They've like fixed split screen up a bit, they just like nickel and tweaked it a bunch. Like there's a whole new chapter in the series after you went to like Marcus's like big, you remember the mansion, the house, before you met Ram. Apparently there was a whole like 4 levels that happened in there.
Yeah, those are the PC ones, I think.
Yes,
where
you're
the
right.
Brumac, you fight the Brumac, yeah.
So all that stuff's been put in as well. All the cutscenes have been mocapped. They're all 1080. The voice, the audio stuff's been changed as well. It's all like higher fidelities. So I played 2 levels doing co-op. Okay. Remember co-op?
I do remember it fondly.
Yep, so you're just like picking up grenades and chucking them at people and using your chainsaw and hitting X to revive. We actually didn't need to get revived once, that's how pro we are. Although right at the end I did a sticky grenade in someone and killed both of us outright.
That's the only way to go out in the Gears universe.
Drop the mic, drop the grenade,
on yourself and explode.
And it felt good.
I think
it reminded me of like how good Xbox 360 launch games were that they haven't had on this
I think that the great thing about the Gears Ultimate Edition is there's a lot of re-releases coming out. And for a game like Gears, it would have been easy to just up the resolution, make it a little cleaner, crisper. But what they're trying to do is, I mean, I was reading up about it, and I think it's Rod Ferguson said, we want to make it, upgrade it to the point where it reflects how your nostalgia for it.
Yes.
So instead of going back and being like, oh, this is actually not great.
Yeah.
They want to, when you put the disc in and you play it, they want you to be like, yes, this is exactly how I remember it.
Yeah.
But actually, they've done a whole lot of work to make it look like how you remember it. It just looks better. And that's kind of, I respect that ethos, and I'm glad they're doing that. They're putting in the work. But yeah, also like the fact that you can just slip back into it and it still feels good. It's a testament to how good that core gameplay is. And the fact that they say that people are still playing it, it's because it still feels amazing.
I hadn't picked up a Gears game in like probably a couple of years now at this stage. I didn't judge it. I didn't think it was very good at all. But I was instantly like, shoulder sliding at the cover and whatnot. I think the idea of making like a new, re-release Ultimate Edition of Gears of War is about the most stupid thing I can ever think of. But I think if you're going to do it, they've basically they seem to have nailed it. They've added all the content that was there. They've scrubbed it up. They've kept all the weird technical idiosyncratic things like LAN play in there. They've updated the split screen. But my most important thing about this game is that it is not a full price game.
That is true.
Which is key.
That's perfect,
It's
and they could have charged full price.
Well, I don't know. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's within their remit to be like, it's a trend that people would have done, but they haven't done it.
Yes, and the other thing that's really cool about it is from either it's now or whenever the game comes out, up until December 31st, if you buy this game, you get all the old ones, like all the old ones. Yeah. So you get like Gears 1, you got the 3, Judgment,
2, and 3.
Even the one you don't want that one, that's in there. So 5 games for the price of not a full one.
I've got very fond memories of playing Gears of War. It's the first Xbox game, 360 game that I got really obsessed with.
Yeah.
Like when Rainbow Six Vegas. But yeah, I got really obsessed with it, so I'm looking forward to maybe rekindling some of that love for the multiplayer and playing through the single player again.
Whet the appetite for Gears 4 coming out.
Absolutely.
Hopefully next year.
So there you have our opinions on Gears of War Ultimate Edition. For more on the games we've seen at Gamescom 2015, keep your eyes on GameSpot.